And welcome to today's Novedge webinar, 3D Design Essentials for Jewelers. In today's competitive design jewelry landscape, using advanced 3D design tools can make your products stand out. Discover techniques to craft halo rings, execute intricate profile exercise, and design advanced rings. All of this today with Juan Thomas, who is our presenter today. He is a jewelry manufacturing artisan, optimizing jewelry manufacturing crafts for the past 30 years, starting from handcrafts to modern day production processes, structuring digitation processes to facilitate mass production in a variety of large scale manufacturing facilities, both in Europe and Asia. Quite a curriculum. And now let me show you a little bit where you can find RhinoArtisan. This is the Novedge page where you can find RhinoArtisan 5.4. Novedge is changing the way designers purchase 3D software because we offer all the choices, and you can talk to us anytime. So whether you need RhinoArtisan and you want to add Rhino to it or other products, we're always here for you. And now let me pass the screen to Rafael De Molino, who is the developer of RhinoArtisan. Take it away, Rafa. We can see
Hello.
your screen. Yep.
Nice. Then, well, first of all, I would like to thanks to Barbara and all the Novedge team to host that webinar and allow us to explain what is our passion, what is what we are doing every day, and that's RhinoArtisan. Okay. Then the agenda for today, I will talk for less than 5 minutes, and then we will share the screen of Juan, and Juan will do all the practical cases because all the webinar is full practical. Okay, you will see some really interesting designs that we were working for a huge hours, a lot of hours, and I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, before I would like to explain just very quickly about what is RhinoArtisan. Okay, then RhinoArtisan is a plugin for Rhino. We say that this is the most innovative Rhino plugin for and the interesting thing is for jewelry designers and manufacturers. Okay, the goal is we want that you design fast, but we want that you produce fast. Okay, then I would like to say or explain our background. Okay, I was the founder and the product manager of RhinoGo. Okay, last 20 years. RhinoGo was a plugin for Rhino, super succeed, and this is our second time, my second company that we are bringing all the design and the manufacturing also to the retail. Okay, and then other important thing is we understand what the jewelry designers need, and we understand how important is that you can modify your designs. Okay, then when you create a design, you want to change some parts, and we will see some exercises that Joan was working on. But the most important thing is everything that you create, you can edit, you can modify, and super quick. Okay, in order to be productive from day one and try to save all the time that we can in design, we offer, when you install RhinoArtisan, you have hundreds of ready-to-use elements. We call it the styles, and then you can edit and modify and adapt to your style. Okay. Also, to have the option, we want that you create the wow effect to your customers. For that reason, and all the exercises that today we will do, you will see the render, this photorealistic image, in order to get the wow effect to the customer. Okay, because we know how important is get this wow effect, and also why not to get content to share in social media. Okay, not only for personal branding, but also for bring people to the store or any reason. Okay. And as I told you in the beginning, everything must be ready for production. Okay. Then this is not only a beautiful design. The thing is, with one click, you go to STL and go to production. Okay. Then today you will see that we are using both interfaces. We will use the Rhino interface and also the RhinoArtisan interface. Why we have two? One reason is because Rhino is the standard in jewelry design. Okay, Rhino and Rhino plugins are the standard in design, in jewelry design. But we create another interface in order to allow you to learn faster. Okay, this interface is focused on reduce this learning curve. Okay, then if you are a Rhino user, you can use RhinoArtisan in your Rhino interface, and if you are a beginner, you can use the RhinoArtisan interface. Okay, it's exactly the same functionality, everything. Maybe today you will see that Joan is using the dark mode. This is a new functionality that we love in Rhino 8, is that we can change the theme of Rhino to dark. Okay, excellent for our eyes. Okay, then for that reason you will see that we are using a Rhino, that if you are a Rhino 7 user, and RhinoArtisan works on Rhino 7 and also in Rhino 6, but this new functionality is only in Rhino 8. Okay, then now we will switch the screen to Joan, but before, I will show you very quickly the 5 designs that we will do today. Okay, we will do the studs, we will do the pearls and diamond earrings, we will do a halo ring with cathedral shanks with any single detail, with these B prongs and everything, a solitaire ring with some complex shapes, and that fashion ring. The webinar is not 10 hours. Okay, we will do it in 45 minutes. You will see. You will learn a lot and will enjoy a lot. And that's everything in our site, in my site. And now we will switch to Joan. And remember that any question that you have, Pedro, Barbara, and myself, we are in the chat. Then we will write the questions. Okay.
Thank you so much. We can see now Joan's screen.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, Rafa, for your introduction, and to Barbara as well. So let's start to model these 5 designs that you mentioned. We are going to start first with the RhinoArtisan interface, and we are going to make the stud earrings, very easy stuff to make here. For that purpose, we are going first to create the diamond. We go into the Gem Studio, and here we select the size of the diamond that we want to create, just by clicking here to get the carats that we need, and then create it. Then we have the stone. Let me put the shaded mode. And we are going now to apply a basket to this stone. So we ask to create a basket. It asks us the software to select the stone, and here it appears a large collection of baskets ready to put it on the canvas. So I like this one here, that it has a straight prongs, but I want to edit it. So I click here in the edit button, and here in the menu I can change all the parameters of the basket. I think that it needs some more thickness on the top of the prongs. I'm going to reduce the thickness on the bottom, here. And as you can see, it changes in real time. So I think the height was too high. I reduce it. And in this case, I'm going to make curved prongs. Okay, for me, the shape is now more or less okay. For the prongs, let's change the rails. And for the upper rail, I'm going to increase a little bit the thickness and put it a little bit lower from the girdle of the stone. Okay, 1.3, 1.4, no, 1.3, it's okay. And for the lower rail, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to increase the section and increase the diameter like this. Okay. Because since there's going to be earrings, we need a support for the post. So we can add that easily here. We can add a single support or a double. I like the double one. So we already have the basket ready. The basket is done. So now I'm going to add the post and the push butterfly, the clasp. And here in the decorator tab, we have a collection of findings. And you can find several pushbacks of different diameters. For this size, I like this one. Okay, nice. One. Okay, so I'm going to put it on its right position. Okay, so we have the stats ready. So let's work a little bit more in order to make the render. Let's turn this, let's put it horizontally to the canvas. Okay. So before making the render, I want to show you another feature. Here we can make a copy of this. Let's make 2 different copies. And now I can change the parameters of the stone. So if we select the stone and edit it, I'm going to increase this to 75 cents. And I'm also doing this for this stone, accept and modify this. This is going to be 1 carat. And now if I click to refresh, the basket gets to the resized for this stone, for each particular stone. So we have making 1 basket, we create 3 different sizes. Okay. So let's get rid of this 2 and let's prepare the bit for the rendering. Let me create another copy here. And I always like to turn a little bit just to show the side of the basket, so you can see all the details in one single picture. So let's go to rendering, render animation, and here we can set all the materials. For the metal, I'm going to select yellow gold 18 carats. For the stones, I'm going to choose the diamond just by dragging the material to the stones. I'm going to select one background, this pale blue. I like it very much. And then the environment. I select the two shapes environment. And now we can change the view mode to ray trace. And you can see, you can get a very quick, beautiful render, creating that wow effect that Rafa was mentioning before. Okay, so now let's make a variation of the earrings. Let's go back to the shaded mode. Let me get rid of this. I remove the post and the butterfly. And I'm going to return this to the center of the canvas. Okay. This. So 90 degrees like this. And here in I'm going to remove the post support. None. I let it in none. Okay. And now I'm going to add. Here I created a new folder I called webinar, where I can keep some findings that I create, or some curves or whatever, just for my collection. I'm going to call per support and Omega class that we created, and put it on its correct position with transform from 0. Okay. And now I'm going to create a pearl. Go to diamonds, pearl. Let's add the pearl of 10 millimeters. I'm removing the wire and the calotte, and adjust the position of the stone and the basket. Just by dragging it. Okay. Let me get rid of this frame here. Okay. Now we can see it better. Let's create a copy just to make the pair. And as I did before, I like to turn it a little bit to show more details of the pair of earrings. And now we are adding the materials. I select everything and select the stones and the pearls. And I'm going to select for this piece white gold 18 carats. We go to the stones. I apply the diamond material and the pearl material. I select the background. I select the environment and change to the ray trace mode. And here you have a pair of earrings with pearl and diamond.
Wow.
I think it looks
It was
beautiful.
3 seconds rendering.
Yeah, so quick, so quick. So you have the image ready to post it on
But
on
now,
Instagram. Or...
I see. Then okay. Then when it finished, it saves the render on the same folder that you have the design. Then that's really cool.
Exactly.
Okay, that's really cool. Nice one.
So now I'm going to close this and make the next design. And for this, we are going to create it with the Rhino interface. So you can see both options. Now we are going to create a halo ring with a cathedral shank. And I like to, when I create a ring, I always like to create first the ring curve, just as a reference. Sometimes I do not use it, but I like to have it as a reference here in the canvas. Okay, and we are going to add the central stone. So for this, we are going to use a stone of 1 carat. It's already selected, and I'm going to apply it from the cullet to 3.5 millimeters from the curve, just like this. Okay, so now we are going to create the halo. For that, we go to Artisan, Gem Setting, and select the halo. It asks me to select the stone, and here, as we saw before with the baskets, we also have a large collection of different halos. I'm going to select this one, that I like it very much. As you can see, it has some inclination here of the stones, and we are going to adapt it, to edit it. So I'm going to reduce the width to 2.1. The thickness is okay. The distance from the gem, I'm going to increase it to 0.2, and I'm going to reduce a little bit this, and I'm going to reduce the inclination as well. And yeah, like this. Okay, so now is in the channel setting option, but we are going to change that. But before, I'm going to change the size of the diamonds to 1.8, and I'm going to keep a distance between them of 0.2 mm. I'm going to keep it here in vertical 0. There's no bright cut in the kind of setting we are going to make, so I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to reduce the inner width of the channel to 0.7, because for this kind of setting that we are going to make is needed to be so narrow, because it's like this. It's what we call the scallop setting. Okay, for that we need this kind of cutters that we can also adjust, and we also need the V-prongs cutters. So before making the boolean, before cutting the halo, we are going to adjust these cutters. So first we are going to modify these long cutters, and since it's a round piece, if I increase the thickness, there's going to be a lack of metal here in between this cut and this cut in the inner part of the halo. So I'm going to modify the ends independently. How? By selecting independently here. So I can increase just one part and decrease the other end. Okay, 2.4. And the length is okay. So I'm going now to modify the V cuts here. So for that, I'm going to let it at the width of 0.5 is okay. At the end, it will be so thin that it's okay like it is. And the length, I'm going to increase it to 4, just to make sure that it covers all the halo. And let's go into, okay, I'm going to use the holes in this case. And now I click here on Boolean, and it makes all the Boolean operations. So I get the setting. Okay, so we have the hello part of the ring. It's finished. And now we are going to create.
What about the prongs? Do
Oh,
you like
yeah,
that?
yeah. No. You're right. I forget about the prongs. Let's modify that really quick because the position is not correct. Let's going to change the position. And I think I'm going to put it a little bit more inside. So it's not disturbing nor the channel nor this area of the setting. Okay.
Oh.
Once in Rafa. Thank you.
No, because yeah, I saw that exercise before, and for that reason I think. But it's very
So
cool.
now let's create the shank. It's going to be a cathedral shank. We have a large collection also of cathedral shanks with stones, without stones. I'm going to use for this, but we are going to edit it. We are going to change the setting, the width, and all. So the section of 2 mm by 1.5 mm is okay. The bottom width is also okay, but I want to increase this opening area here. Let's put it 7, for instance, 7.5, or 8. Okay, I'm also going to adjust the size. Okay, and I'm going to increase the height here to touch the halo. Let me reduce a little bit. Okay, so it's not visible here on the top. It intersects perfectly, so it supports the halo. Okay, so now we are going to change the stones on the setting area. So for the stones, we are going to increase a little bit the size to 1.5, the minimum distance, the vertical we are going to let it at 0, and the channel, as we did for the halo, we are going to reduce the channels. It's not going to be a channel setting, but it's too much, perhaps 55. It's okay. Okay, we don't need the bright cut, so we'll remove it, let it to 0. And now it's time to create the colors. Okay, the colors for the stones and for the color that is the in between the stones. The length is okay. The width is going to be 0.8. And I think that this is all that we are going to change here. We're going to remove the colors also, and we can make the boolean. So we get the setting. So there's just one step missing, that is to increase these prongs here. Otherwise, this is too empty. There's a big air gap here. So we are going to modify the halo. We're going to prongs and extend them till the bridge. It detects that it has a bridge here. And done. The design is ready for rendering.
Wow.
Let's do it. We go to render and animation. And as we did with the RhinoArtisan interface, we change here the metal. Let's select white gold 14K just by dragging to all the metal parts. Now we apply the gemstones material by dragging the diamond material to the stones. And for the central stone, I'm going to use, for instance, a peridot. Let's select a background. This blue is beautiful. Then two shapes environment. And let's see how it looks like. Let me get rid of the curve by hiding it. Like this. I think we have a nice render for our Instagram post. Isn't it, Rafa?
Yeah,
Wow,
really cool. Really cool.
agreed.
Okay, so now we have the third piece finished. Let's create another different piece. Let's make it again with the RhinoArtisan interface.
Nice, nice. Then, as you can see, everything is exactly the same, but it's in
yeah, the tools, all the tools that are there are exactly the same, just in different position. The advantage of this RhinoArtisan for me is that you get rid of many icons that you don't used to use it for designing jewelry. So it's faster. Then we're going to make what we call an advanced ring, and for that, as always, I like to create the curve of the ring, and I'm going to add a central stone of half carat from the cullet at a distance from the finger of 1 mm. Okay, add the stone. And I'm going to create a basket. So, a bezel, sorry. Bezel. Let's select the bezel here. And we have to be sure that it gets into the ring. So, because later on we are going to cut it. So, I'm going to edit it and modify a little bit the curve so you can see how it changes the shape while you're editing the curve in real time. So, for example, here in the inner part is straight. We can make it curved. We can short the seat also. Okay.
You do that in order to reduce the weight, right?
To reduce the weight, exactly. Otherwise, since it's a big bezel, if we keep a thick wall here, it's going to be very heavy.
I see.
So now I'm going to add some details to this bezel. So I'm going to create some cutters with this curve, like this. So it's a modified bezel. Now it seems that it has 6 prongs, but it's in between a bezel and a basket. And I think that we can decrease also the thickness here, the width. And for me, it's okay, like it is. So now let's create the shank. We go to the advanced rings. And I'm going to select this and edit it to adjust it to the stone that we have. Let's set the size. And from here, I'm going to modify all the settings. So this is going to be 13. It's round. First, I'm going to get down all of this. It's funny to see how it moves down this way. So I'm going to increase the offset. Something like this, so it seems that it embraces the bezel. And we can change also the sections of this sweep just by changing its profiles. So I'm going to use this curve for one of the ends, and I'm going to change its parameters. Just increase the head a little bit. Okay. Let's change the other one accordingly. Okay. And for the bottom section, I'm going to drag this arrow just also to modify the thickness and the width. Okay, so now I'm going to make the last change here in the bezel. I'm going to edit it and add a little detail with another cutter. I think looks nice this way. And
Wow.
the last step is to cut the extra metal that is here inside the ring, and it's done. Ready for rendering.
Wow.
Ready.
Really nice.
So let's go again to the materials. For this, I'm going to apply the rose gold to the shank and white gold to the bezel. And for the stones, I'm going to use, for instance, an orange citrine. Let me select this pink background and let's go to ray trace and let's see how it looks like. Beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
And we get rid of this curve. Let's hide it. And
Yes, always
done.
render the curves. I think maybe we can add some functionality. Yeah, because Rhino by default render the curves. Then maybe we can add the functionality.
Yeah, we could add a functionality that automatically hides the curves. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I will take note.
Okay, so let's go to the last one. We are going to make this last one again with the interface of Rhino.
Good, then everyone will be happy that we are using 50-50. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so let's create another ring. I always like to make this curve. And for this occasion, I create some curves that I added here on the Creator tab, I created this folder to keep my things saved there. And I call them here. And I create these curves that I'm going to flow on this other one. For that, we are going to use transform, flow along curve. Select the curves that we want to flow from this curve to this other curve. So let me remove this frame here. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to rotate it. Okay, we have the curve ready. And now we are going to apply to add the stone as we did before. And in this occasion, we are going to use a novel stone of 1.5 carat from the gullet of the stone. And let's keep a space of 1.5 millimeters. Let's rotate it. And let's create the bevel like this. So for this, I'm going to use this bezel that already has some air gaps here for the light. But to show it, I'm going to increase the height of this just by adding 1 extra millimeter to the height. Okay, so now we're going to use a very nice function that RhinoArtisan has, that is deep profiles. We select this curve, we select one of the samples, and automatically create this strip. The strip can be, let me close this tab. Okay. So we can make now a surface with this curve, extrude curve straight like this. So now, if I select this surface, all the sections that are there in this strip are going to be oriented perpendicular to this surface. I'm going to add more sections, so like this, and another section here on the bottom. So now I can change the shape of the sections just by clicking on each one of them. And for instance, I'm going to use this shape. You can see it has changed here. I'm going to increase the height to 2.6. And I'm going to do the same on this one, the number 3, by applying the same curve and increasing the height. Okay. I'm going to change a little bit the height of the lower sections because for me are too high, and the width as well, and the number 4. So it's done. Now I'm going to hide this surface. Okay, let's cut the bezel.
Wow.
And it's ready for rendering.
It's nice because this functionality, when you click on the finger size and you click to cut,
yeah,
RhinoArtisan detect because you use one of the commands, the ring curve, and then get the size and automatically do the cut. That saves a lot of time. I was all day creating extrusions before in order to do that.
yeah. And this is it gives you a lot of flexibility to create different shapes, not just different shanks, different shapes for pendants, for earrings, for lots of things. So let's make the last rendering by, let's apply also here pink gold and white gold on the top, and I like this ruby material, this brown background, also very beautiful. You'll see now. What do you think, Barbara? You like it?
It's
I love
wonderful.
it. And I would like to order those earrings in the first rendering.
Oh,
Send me
really?
there.
Okay, so that's all from my side. I pass the
Cool.
screen to Rafa, just if
Yeah,
you want to add something.
while Rafa gets the screen back, I want to urge everybody to ask questions. This is the best time.
Okay.
And I want to thank you guys because you just showed us a great models and great tips that you don't get every day if if you just follow tutorials online. These are the things that happen live, and then that these guys were working through it as they went. So that's, I think, priceless. Rafa, I don't see your screen.
No?
Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see. Let's try again. Oh, here we go. Here we are
Okay, you
transitioning.
see it now? Okay, because I
I
wasn't
do.
on presentation mode.
Okay.
Now it's okay?
No, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
So I don't see questions now, but we're gonna hang out another couple of minutes.
Okay.
I was really impressed by you know, beside the renderings, the effortless in which you guys and Juan put together those models. That's really, and I'm not a jewelry designer, but I think I could even with RhinoArtisan, I could even try it,
Yeah.
without making a fool of myself. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but don't hold your breath for any of my jewels soon. What I want
yeah.
to, yes,
No. Just to say that one of the priorities of the render, because we know how important is model fast and produce fast, but to get the order from the customer also is important. For that reason, all the render must be seconds, as you see. Okay,
yeah,
then it must be seconds in order to
yeah.
get the order and get more orders and increase the business, and that's
No, I see it. Yeah, as a customer, I understand that completely. I don't see question coming in, so I'm going to take the screen back just for a second,
nice.
and then if there are questions, we'll be here. Just want to show everybody where they can find RhinoArtisan. Just go to novedge.com and search for RhinoArtisan. The product is there. It's a permanent license, right, guys? And
Yes, it's a
it's
permanent
not,
license.
it's yours to keep, and it's as good as it gets for your design. So I want to remind everybody that Novedge is changing the way designers purchase 3D software. because we have all the products under one roof. And you can also talk to us and explain what exactly you need. And most likely we will have everything you need and be able to advise you. It's, we don't want to push any product in particular. We want you to have what you want and get it to you as fast as we possibly can. So check us out at novedge.com. That was it for today. Great show, you guys. You definitely delivered. And very much looking forward to more of your presentation and gorgeous rendering. Thanks again for joining us today. And bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Thank you, Barbara.